watching Real Talk with Rajheem.
Hello, America, and welcome back to Blog Talk with Rajheem. You're watching the Blog Talk section from the Real Talk with Rajheem talk show, and I am Rajheem, and today I'll be blogging from the standpoint of obesity. Recently, we filmed a segment called Obesity 911, Running Out of Weight. Do you know what obesity is? It's not just being fat or being thick or being overweight. Those things can be particular characteristics of someone who's obese. But basically, obesity is a medical condition in which an excess of body fat has caused an adverse reaction to the body, leading all the way up to possibly loss of life. Yes, loss of life. Do not reduce your life expectancy because you don't know how to push away from the table or because you refuse to exercise. Or the medical term is when you have over 40% of body mass index, what they call BMI, or you are at least 100 pounds over your normal weight or what your weight should be. How would you know? First of all, go in for any medical evaluation. Let your doctor tell you how much you should weigh and where your health stands at this point in your life. Maybe you should weigh more or maybe you should weigh less. And they tell you about cholesterol, blood pressure, diabetes, and all those things. We're gonna put up some information here. You can look and hopefully you can find a doctor in your local area, but just some things to look at. Take a couple seconds and look at these facts.
The front line in our nation's battle against obesity extends from our main streets.
We got Taco Bell, Burger King, Jack in the Box.
To our supermarkets.
How much temptation is there around?
Immense amounts.
To our schools.
Houston, we have a problem.
At this Houston, Texas middle school, a team of doctors and cardiologists set up a MASH unit of sorts to screen students and uncover startling findings.
If we can't do something about this problem, we're going to end up as a nation of cardiac cripples.
Nationwide, 2/3, more than 190 million of us are overweight or obese, a nearly $150 billion annual cost to our healthcare system. It's a drain on our pocketbooks and our self-esteem.
It's sad because I want to be everybody's friend, but nobody wants to be my friend.
Because of your weight, you think?
Because of my weight, yeah.
Today, we're bombarded with fast, easy ways to tack on the pounds.
Okay, hopefully you've had the opportunity to take an ink pen and jot these things down and take them to heart. I want to throw some statistics at you first. Over 58 million Americans are overweight. 40 million Americans and higher are obese. Over 3 million Americans are morbidly obese. And more than 80% of Americans don't even exercise. Hint of the day, exercise, eat right. That's your cure right there. Now, if you're someone who are morbidly obese, obviously there are some different exercises and techniques that you can use to help lower your weight. Be careful about your caloric intake. Be especially careful of the cholesterol that you take in. Do some simple things like walk instead of using the elevators or escalators. When you go to lunch, walk instead of riding. When you get up in the morning, walk instead of going directly down in the kitchen and having breakfast. Go for a walk. And when you come back and have breakfast after your morning exercise, hey, have some grains, have some oatmeal, have something that is low in calories, that is strong in protein. You can go on the internet and you can look up diets for the obese. There's a lot of things that you can do. Don't go into the office. This is what you don't do. Don't go into the office and have donuts and coffee because everyone is doing that and because that's your morning ritual. And you have to realize that this thing called obesity could lead to your demise. It could lead to your death. Save yourselves. You know, I mean, in Atlanta, I see so many people that's just eating all of this fast food. They're in all of these fast food restaurants. You cannot get them to go and exercise. You cannot get them to jog in place. You cannot get them to eat a salad for lunch. They think that you going up and getting a sub or going and getting some hot wings with some greasy fries, or just because you like oxtails and collard greens that you're supposed to have those things. No, it's okay to have those things if that's what you like. There's nothing wrong with splurging, but you need to first deserve it. And if you've been eating donuts for breakfast and drinking your morning coffee and having your cigarettes and not walking, you're sitting on your backside and you're not doing anything. It's not, the common cause, or the number one cause for obesity, is overeating. Let's put that on the floor right now. Just put that on the table. Some people are obese because they have medical conditions. They have gland problems. Some people it's hereditary. But statistically, only 1 to 2% of the people, the individuals who are obese because of that. So studies have shown that your poor eating habits, your poor exercising are in direct linkage to how much you weigh. Be more active. Run, walk. You know, even if you're sitting in a chair at work, you may be confined to a desk or a laptop computer. You can do arm lifts and you can do squats, you can do leg lifts, you can do forward lunges, you can do tummy rolls. There's a lot of things that you can do. And again, fat people and skinny people alike, the exercise is paramount. So when you go to the mall, don't try to ride up and down and up and down and up and down to find a good close parking spot that's convenient. Chances are your car is going to get lost in the mass amount of cars that's parked at the mall. And secondly, you're not doing much of anything to burn off that hamburger that you had for lunch or that steak that you had for dinner. Now, with that having been said, I want to offer you some tips that will help you out, because we understand the problem is poor eating. We understand that the problem is a lack of exercise. We understand that a large amount of the population are sedentary already. Those are components that lead to obesity and to morbid obesity. So let me give you a few tips. First, speak to a nutritionist. Eat only at the table. Avoid standing in front of the refrigerator eating. Avoid fried foods and snacks. Learn about appropriate portions and sizes. Choose a low-calorie intake for your diet. Find ways to socialize without snacks. Now, I know as an African American, one of the best ways to get people to come to your party is to have some snacks. Black people will come out for food, won't we? We sure will. And I've experienced if you don't have enough food, people won't come to your gatherings. But you can substitute the hot wings and potato chips with some carrots and some nice spinach dip. So there are a lot of things that you can do. You can have turkey rolls instead of chicken wings and chicken fingers. So just look at your company that you are going to be dealing with or that you plan to be serving, things that they may lack. Even ask some of them, what are some things that you lack? And then you can substitute those things with some more healthier foods. Trust me, I love fried chicken, but fried chicken does not love me. I love my ham, I love my pork, but my pork doesn't love me. So I had to back away from those things. Pull back from the table and don't eat to get full. Remember, you don't live to eat, you eat to live. And you don't have to get full because your food is constantly digesting once you leave the table. So when you get up from the table and you feel full, by the time you leave the table and get to your automobile or back to your work area at work, to your desk or what have you, by that time now you feeling like, oh, I am so stuffed. And you eat to the point that you just feel miserable. And if you continue to do that, what you do is you're actually stretching your tissues and your muscles, and you're requiring more and more and more food in your stomach. But you don't have to have all of that. Just eat enough to live. Remember to exercise. Exercise at least 30 minutes a day if you can. And take the stairs when you're at work. And remember, last but not least, and reiterating this again, talk to your primary health provider before you start any workout regimen. That's my time. You've been watching Blog Talk with Rajheem. And remember, I hope you got something from this, but if you didn't, remember to play it back, play it again, and again until you get the message. That's my time on Blog Talk. Remember, if you didn't get anything from this, rewind it and play it again. Rewind it and play it again. Rewind it and play it again as many times as you need to until you get it. And once you get it, you got it. And once you've got it, pay it forward. This is Rajheem with Real Talk with Rajheem. Remember to follow me on Twitter at Real Talk with Rajheem, or Facebook me at Rajheem Your Dream. We're on the World Wide Web. Hit us up at www.realtalkwithrahim.com. Or if you want to send in some information to us, a topic that you would like to have me blog on, or maybe you disagree with some of the things, I would love to hear from you. Send me an email at realtalkwithrahim@gmail.com. Love, peace, and blessings, and I wish you the best of health. Stay productive.